In this week's Torah portion, Ha'azinu, Moshe sings a song, the very last song he's going to sing to Bnei Israel, and we're introduced to a new name for God. Moshe gives God a new nickname, if you like, which has not been given to God. We are introduced to you for the first time since Bereshit, and that is Tzur, a rock. No one's done it before. Many do it afterwards. In fact, it's even the word for God in Israel's Declaration of Independence, Tzur. Why? What's going on here? Why does Moshe introduce a new nickname for God, Tzur, a rock, and embed it so many times in this song, which is about the beginning, middle, and end, happy end of the Jewish people? I think, and again, this is part of the times that we're in, right? The Torah being this, eternal peace, week by week, fits itself, is positioned in the right place in our lives. And Ha'azinu is, we're reading it around the time of Aseret Yom Teshuvah, a new beginning, and Moshe is at his very last day, and I think there is one more thing he has not yet done, one last great task he must do. And that is to explain things to the Israelites, to say sorry. And I'm referring to the incident of the rock, right? When Moshe hit the rock. You'll remember that there are two instances in the Bible where Moshe hits the rock. One where God tells him to hit the rock, and another one where God tells him to speak to the rock. If you look at those two, one in Shemot and one in Bamidbar, in Shemot, the rock is not called a Selah, but a Tzur, the name for rock which Moshe uses here in Ha'azinu. Whereas in the other instance, where Moshe hits the rock when he's supposed to speak to the rock is called a Selah, perhaps implying this problem, right? That the Selah and Tzur is a more pure way of saying rock. Tzur also comes from, the word shape, perhaps he who shaped the world. Selah is Selah. Selah is what we say, Selah is a coin, right? Materialism. I think what Moshe is doing, and if you read the numerous times when Moshe says the word Tzur, I think what he's saying here is that Tzur is perfect. Tzur, everything that Tzur does, why Tzur? Everything that Tzur does is from the right place. It is to test us. It is to challenge us. It is to make us better. If you like, I think what Moshe is doing on his very last day is doing what he hasn't done since the incident back then. And that is making amends, fixing things in front of all Israel. Why can't God let Moses go into the land? Because he's a leader. And if you didn't do what you had to do, and suddenly the people don't understand why, if I said speak to the rock, you hit the rock, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That's the reality. So now, and that was in front of everybody. So now, when Moshe gathers everybody together, he does the perfect fix, tshuva. He doesn't call God God, he calls God the rock. Every one of Bnei Israel, I'm sure, know what he is saying. Moshe is in fact saying, that incident, it's Hashem. I should have done the right thing. I didn't. You should all know that was from God, and God is the just God. And in that sense, I think Moshe is leaving Bnei Israel knowing that Moshe not only accepts upon himself what happened, because everybody must be thinking, why can't he come with us? He is the shepherd. But when Moshe calls Hashem the rock, again and again, the rock who is the beginning, who brought us, the rock who will give us our salvation, the rock who is all justful, Moshe, I think, is making amends and saying to Bnei Israel, what happened had to happen. This is my final tshuva. Shabbat shalom.